Pope Francis is preaching a message of peace on his first visit to Africa. He said his first Mass there today in Kenya. He'll also be making stops in Uganda and the Central African Republic. Pizzey is with the Pope in Nairobi.
The traditional African welcome was a joyous reflection of how Pope Francis' message is being received. A Kenyan newspaper summed it up as, "Our politicians could learn a thing or two from him."
In the name of the Father, of the Son,
On his first trip to Africa, Francis urged Kenyans to help bridge the increasingly violent divisions between Muslims and Christians. All too often, he said, young people are being radicalized in the name of religion to sow discord and fear. Kenya suffered at the hands of Islamic extremists when the Al-Shabaab militia slaughtered 147 mainly Christian students at a university earlier this year, then killed 67 people in an attack on a shopping mall here in 2013. Francis called the attacks barbarous and said that God's name must never be used to justify hatred and violence. There are fears that the Pope himself could be a prime target, and some 10,000 police and army troops are on duty. Rain turned the grounds where today's Mass was held into a quagmire. But rain is also considered a blessing here, so it didn't dampen the mood. And using words that will resonate with the deeply conservative African Catholic Church, Francis called on Kenyans to resist practices which foster arrogance in men, hurt or demean women, and threaten the life of the innocent unborn. Pope Francis is also using this trip to push his message of concern for the environment. But in a region racked by ethnic and interreligious violence, it is inevitably his calls for peace and reconciliation that strike the most vibrant chord. Pizzey, CBS News, Nairobi.